Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. But without further ado, we're going to move right into the live reaction video because I'm not in to waste no time. I'm already late, y'all. I'm already late, man. So we can't wait. We moving over to 8 at the table, man, and we talking about why are women waiting until their 30s and 40s to listen to men. That is the topic that they came up with. So I haven't watched this segment of their podcast yet. So we're gonna go full authentic reaction, as usual on the classic codes, and let's tap in.
Fix it. I'm ready for a husband. I'm ready to sit down and be quiet. I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to wear matching outfits. I'm ready to go to the family events and be quiet and let you talk. I'm gonna bring you a plate. I'm gonna fix you a nice plate. I promise. I'm gonna make you a drink. I make cocktails. I'm gonna look nice. I'm gonna look pretty. I'm gonna stay in shape. I'm gonna go for walks. What do you need? Do you need me to support you? I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna help you build that business. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be your secretary. What do you need? God, I'm ready. I'm tired. This job done wore me out, y'all. They done wore me out about this job. Everything done wore me out. I done did wrong. I done mismanaged. I done mismanaged my life up here at this point. I need a life manager, and I think the life manager that I'm looking for is a husband.
What she don't know is that it's gonna get harder. Right?
All right, before they get off into their rhetoric, let me start by saying this. Why is it that you have to get to your wits' end to resort to a man? Why isn't that the desire much sooner as a normalcy? Just a stupid question. Let's go.
Be managing her shit.
I was about to say, you will be life managing that man.
Golly.
Somebody I don't want to ruin her little
they be
speech,
confused, bro.
but she finna be doing way more.
Okay.
Unless she ain't got to work. Now that's different. If she ain't got to work, then that's a big.
Having a husband lightens your load a little bit.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
You were married,
but it also.
She just said that. So
no.
So matter of factly,
it's on the pro list.
Okay.
It does,
on
but you also take on so many other responsibilities. Yeah. Depending on who you marry, I suppose.
Yes, you're adopting a son.
And if you you better have somebody that's gonna lead you in the right direction, because don't be taking on all this extra stuff. And like she said, she needs somebody to manage her life. Not you in general. I'm just saying.
It seemed like you was talking to me.
I'm just saying. She said she needs somebody to manage her life.
She got a prophetic word for you.
Right. And my spirit said.
No, because I looked away and she was still looking at me like, girl, I'm talking to you.
No, I wasn't. I think I was just having a moment.
Prophetess, baby.
I think I was just having a moment. Because, she's talking about she needed somebody to manage her life. And, she, isn't a husband, but... that's where people get things confused.
Typically, the managers are the women.
Thank you. I'm just going.
I'm quite a life manager myself. I like to manage things.
So I don't disagree. I do not disagree at all. I think in a lot of functioning marriages, the women do handle a lot of the management aspect of some things in the household, as well as some scheduling and things like that. Women are good in management roles, hence great secretaries, great assistants. They're generally women. They have good attention to detail. They can take their nurturing nature and put it into tasks and projects. I agree wholeheartedly with that. With that being said, that's what lets you know that women who are fit to be wives are generally wifed up or going to get wifed up. And women who are suffering from being chronically single, though they would like to be wives, they speak different languages. And the woman that they're reacting to, whose commentary that they're reacting to, she isn't a wife because she isn't fit to be a wife, hence the language that she speaks. If women are typically the managers in most functioning marriages, as I agree with them, and she is having issues with managing her life, ding, 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 you are not fit to be a wife. Not yet anyway, but if I were her, I would try to get to work immediately and, you know, get out on that mission that she was talking about to secure herself a husband, because the lady didn't look terrible or anything like that. But let's continue.
Things I like
You're more than welcome to come and work for me.
for money.
For love.
Yeah. For love, because people that get married, they working for love.
Yep.
Not money, child.
I feel like, why do women have to get to the end of all this and like fed up and down to like, I'm so desperate, I'm so deprived, and everything is hard and all these bills, in order to like come to a point where you just meet a man and like listen?
I think she was being like, what's the word? Honest. No. Yeah, I think that was like
Somebody in the back said honest.
dramatization. Because to be honest, she's probably either okay.
I saw a car seat in the back.
I know. She's ready to settle.
I did. That's the first thing I look at when I see a woman's car seat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's probably ready to settle now. She's like, all right.
You got a car seat in your shit?
And the car seat.
Trunk.
Hidden.
Trunk. I've done it.
You're redoing the car seat every time?
It's a little one. Boop, boop.
It's a booster.
Oh, it's the boosty.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's at that age.
So
She's
it's
not
messing up
like.
the
I think
aesthetic.
she's at the point where she's just like, all right, I'll just take what I can if it's going to help me out.
Yes, and my question is, why wait till you get to that point? Don't you see that
Beautiful question.
y'all are on a time limit more than we're on a time limit?
I don't know. See, that's another thing that I don't always agree with, but that's just, you know, like, I think
I'm getting sick of hearing people disagree with reality. You can disagree with reality all you want. It's still reality. I just choose not to accept that as my reality. Well, you live in it. You live in it. You getting older, and the older you get, the less attractive you get. Secure somebody while you are in your prime. That's when you're going to like your options or your pick of the litter. As the older you get, the less you're going to like your pickings. And then you're going to be out here complaining about the dating market and the climate. Well, it's because you're not supposed to be still dating at your, ideally, you're not supposed to still be dating at these tender and ripe ages. You're supposed to be locked in already, but you wanted to play. And here we are. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, finish. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Which one? Who's you? Me or her?
She's being funny.
Oh, okay.
But not all women move on that time clock thing. Like, not all women are like, okay, well, I have to do this before I get to a certain age, or I have to have kids by this time. Some people just move in the different seasons of their life. So maybe at that season of her life, she was focusing on work. So that's why shit got real heavy for her. And she was taking on a lot for herself.
She did say she mismanaged.
Oh, she did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think in their mind they had a plan that of who they wanted when they were younger, and they may not have made the right moves, or the man made the wrong moves, and now the pool has gotten very small. And now when that pool is smaller, and then the men know their worth, and they're not putting up with a lot of nagging and yapping, that
because that's all it comes with.
I can give you more words.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, though, yeah.
If you want.
Are they going to be negative words?
No, I'm saying that I'm saying what men don't want to put up with.
I mean, I think that's
So
true.
I can tell you what we do want to put up with.
I think what we're forgetting is that men and women both have things that we just don't want to put up with. Men don't want to put up with certain stuff with us, and we don't want to put up with certain stuff with men. So it's not just women who are like, oh, I'm growing up and I'm not finding anything. There are a lot of single men out there that have to go start being sugar daddies or talking to younger women or whatever. What?
to the point, there's so many single men.
So many.
Because there's now an epidemic of male loneliness.
Right.
We're not calling.
Now
There's no epidemic of female loneliness.
And at the end of the day, men always talk about,
I didn't know what's
I mean, yeah. Okay, I got so much to say. Okay, so in regards to male loneliness epidemic makes sense because men aren't the ones that are saying that we don't need women. So a plethora or an abundance or a spike in men not having women would spark a trend of male loneliness, because we will outwardly express as men, as a brotherhood, that we want to have a woman or women or whatever the case may be. We not trying to live life without the involvement with women as a brotherhood. I can speak on behalf of men in that way. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it makes sense that there would be a trend of male loneliness, because we never denied wanting women. And if we are without, then yeah, we'll let you know, shit, we don't like this shit. On the other hand, women who are alone, all over the internet, all over social media, and even in person, they say they straight. When they single, they say they straight. I'm good with and I'm good without. They're indifferent. So there wouldn't be a trend of women saying, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, because y'all swear y'all cool. Y'all swear y'all don't need us. So it makes sense that there's a trend for one being lonely and not a trend for the other. So let's dispel that bullshit she talking about.
Marrying age. I don't know what that is.
Primarily, first of all, no, that is primarily in their 20s. And they're not, actually, I would argue they're primarily Gen Zs.
We all have Google.
Let's Google it.
And then
It's very simple, because women been had the lonely epidemic for the ones who are single and old. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
We gave them a word. It's called cat ladies. Right? Like we've been knowing about them.
what men are saying is that women basically want too much too soon. Like on the first date, women are always asking for money. Women are always just like, they can't even meet a woman that they like, because off rip, it's like, what you coming with? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men are not even dating, or they can't even find a girl that is where they can get past the second, third date, because they already ran out of cash. Like, so the women are just different now, and in a lot of different age groups. And that's making it harder for people to date. Like,
no, it's not. No, it's not. It's a whole bunch of modest females. They just be in the house. But we gonna find them. We gonna pull them out. We gonna have the right type of events, or catch them at the right type of settings, because they gotta go outside for something. We gonna catch us a modest one. The fellas that's determined, they gonna be patient, and they gonna catch them a nice, modest, good woman. They rare, but they out here. They out here, and they go to places. They go to libraries. They go to Barnes and Nobles. They go to Starbucks. They go places. They go to the grocery store. We gonna catch them. We not settling for y'all though. No. All them females she talking about that like to dive in people's pockets before any level of commitment is established, before you really even know each other, before any of this, you come with all these requirements, before we even get to these stages where this shit makes sense. All those women, let them crash out. Let them crash out, because one thing about the clock is it don't stop. The clock don't stop. They getting older by the second. Let them crash out. They're going to be out here just like Vivica Fox, just like Melissa Ford, just like Tracy Ellis Ross. It's a whole list of them. Yep. 50, 60, 65, 70, just alone. Let them crash out. Let them crash out. Listen, here's a fundamental difference. This is the other point I wanted to make. Here's a fundamental difference that they're failing to realize. The sister right here with the black sweater on, I don't know her name. Here's a fundamental difference she failing to realize, is that women have to be chosen. Men do selecting, right? Women have to be chosen. Men do the selecting. So here's the thing. If a woman want to end up with a man, and a man want to end up with a woman, he has a pool of women to choose from, or attempt to choose from. The women have to be selected. So if you want to be selected, especially by somebody who you find attractive, it would behoove you to understand what they want and align yourself. That's how you attract what you want. But if you out here taking the position, I don't care what men want, you will be without a man. It's like literally, it's literally the definition of being outside of alignment. I want these results, but I'm not going to behave in a way that will get me the results, because I'm too stubborn to change my ways or to think differently, or I'm on some, feminism, the feminism parasite is still wrapped around my fucking cerebral cortex and I can't shake it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want the results or you don't want the results. Like, how much pushing back you gonna do? We adjust to women all the time. Fellas, tell me when I start lying. Men adjust to women all the time. Women start saying what they want change, we start changing, because we want women. You never seen the movement of men saying they decentering women, or men are out here, what they say, men going their own way, whatever that trend is. We still want women. We still want women. We just not. You niggas have given up on chasing. Let me know you like me and we'll go from there. That's what a lot of dudes out here on now. Let me know that you like me some way, somehow, and we'll go from there. That's what dudes on now. Dudes is done hunting. Niggas is tired of the humiliation rituals outside. Humiliation rituals. How many? Raise your hand if you've seen somebody be humiliated before trying to shoot their shot. Just making a genuine advance at a woman that he thinks is purdy. And she embarrassed the nigga. Niggas done checked out on all that. They done checked out, man. We not doing all that, man. I like who like me. That trend that's the trend going around in the male community. Not male loneliness. Is I like who like me going around in the male community. Niggas is waiting on females to give them a real good choosing signal. You damn near gonna have to wink now. Hey, it's okay. Come holler. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Niggas cold approaching, dead. 2025, cold approaching, over with. Yeah. We not shooting at the gym. We not shooting at the coffee shops. We not doing none of that shit. Hey, sisters, the gig is up. The thing about a lick is all licks run out. During the pandemic, niggas was touching PPP monies and all this, and it was money in the streets, and all type of bread was coming out, and government money, and fraud money, and scam money, and the females that out here that had a little pretty privilege, they was running up bags, finessing niggas, getting over, doing this, doing that. 2025, everybody back outside. The economy is toe up all the way from the ground up. You feel me? All that trick, all that finessing is dead. It's dead. The men have spoken. Listen, pay attention to the internet. I'm not speaking on behalf of myself. Don't worry about me. I'm speaking for us. It's dead. Everybody done with that. The few simps running around on the internet, the few lames that still got a couple dollars left that's running around pandering to women, go find one of them. And when you go dig into them niggas be having 5 baby mamas. So they don't even have no discipline. They pandering to females and going crazy with the attention they get. Them niggas ain't no better than the rest of us that y'all hate over here that you call red pill. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, the ones that don't want to get in alignment with what men like, let them crash out. Let them crash out. Remember, fellas, you only need one. You only need one.
A lot is changing. So I don't feel as, if anything, I feel like a lot of women are like enjoying themselves because they're just having a good time now.
Sorry,
like they're just, you know, men are gonna still, the ones that can take you out on dates, they're gonna take you out on dates. You can have your little good time, and you can decide which one I like better. And then the men are just like, I gotta keep spending money.
Those are the older men.
The older men? No, I mean the YNs got it. Oh, they got it. They got it better.
Some of the YNs do.
I mean, okay, yes, they have money to spend on you, but they also haven't gone through.
I'm saying the young dudes got it. There is no one group of people for anything.
Younger than 25.
Like,
but I'm saying the YNs, yes, even if they have the money to spend on you and take you on dates and provide and whatever the hell you want, they still haven't gone through much.
Right.
Very immature. You're gonna have to. That's who you're gonna go through the bullshit with.
Absolutely.
The older men are a little seasoned, been through some shit.
Patient with your stupid shit.
Hey, y'all notice we not talking about, y'all notice what they're not talking about? Nobody's talking about falling in love. Nobody's talking about actually liking somebody. Nobody's talking about intangibles. Nobody's talking about, you know, if I could just simply find somebody that make me laugh and, you know, doesn't give up on relationships easy, I could work with that. Like nobody's starting from the ground, right? This whole conversation is about resources. And that's why the game fucked up now. That's why the game fucked up now. We got the numbers, y'all. Y'all swear this stuff ain't easy to look up. Y'all got ChatGPT. Look up the average income for a Black American woman in the United States. Look up the average income. Look up the percentage of Black American women that make over 6 figures. The money it's available. People got to file taxes. We ain't talking about people that's out here scamming and making it on the low. We talking about people that's making their money over the counter, right? Paying taxes. The numbers available, y'all. These females broke. Okay? They broke. And a lot of dudes struggling too. And that's why they out here talking about, you know, he got to be a provider. And hey, listen, if you need some help, just say that. But really, other than saying that, you really could just say, you know, I do all right for myself. You could meet a man that do all right for himself that you really like. And y'all could put y'all resources together and build. You see how realistic that sounds? You doing all right for yourself, but you could be doing better. He doing all right for himself, and he could be doing better. And y'all really, really like each other. Damn, y'all done fell in love even. Why not put all that what y'all got going on together and go from there? That shit sound like it'll work. Is that too much like right? No, in the door, you gotta come move in ready. Man, come on now. Come on now. I don't even know if it's love. I don't know if it's love or charity. When it's like that, I don't know if it's love or charity. Come on, man. It's hard to tell.
Actually, older men are actually
more stuck up,
more
stubborn.
averse to, I think, women's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it's like, cool. Nobody has time for this. I did this already.
I mean, listen, I just saw Shannon Sharp, and I don't want to believe that. like, Shannon Sharp out here making older men look terrible. No, he didn't. Cassie and Diddy's team overshadowed that shit.
Yeah, like
and so he got
lucky as fuck.
He just went back to work. Young women are like saying, I'm going to take advantage of these older guys. And, you know,
everybody looking for a lick. Everybody looking for a stain. The thing about a lick is every lick dry up. The thing about a lick is every lick dry up. It ain't a lick. There's no lick in the history of all licks and stains and plays, whatever you call them, where you from, jugs, wherever you from, whatever y'all call them. It ain't no play that ever didn't dry up, fam. Every play that ever was ran dried up, fam. The credit card dried up. It might have came back, but it dried up. You feel me? The little infomercial calls dried up. The fake emails dried up. Every lick, it run out, folks. It might circle back. It might spin the block. The ATMs might tweak again or something like that, whatever y'all got going on. You feel me? But it's never. So when the females out here trying to finesse from this guy to finesse to that guy, finesse to this, AG, at some point, that shit gonna dry up. You know when it dry up? When you hit the wall. Because the thing about the clock is the clock don't stop. And using your looks to maintain your funds, that shit got an expiration on it. Because it ain't even that. Here go the thing too about females. Because I love me a seasoned woman, right? It's women that could easily look good their whole life. It's women right now, 70 something, and they fine as hell for 70 something. If I was 70 something, that'd be who I'm shooting at. Oh, that's a badass chick my age. You see what I'm saying? There are women who could look good for their age, their whole life. The problem is you get to a point in your life where even though you look good for your age, there is a young woman who just became a grown woman that look a little better now. And you once were her. You see what I'm saying? That's how this shit go. So the whole concept of not embracing the fact that that's reality and not getting out here and competing for a man while you in your prime and locking in the best pick of the litter available to you, it would be naive not to do so. You know what I'm saying? But we had a comment. JD said, the intangibles are not there. That's why it's both love and charity. Love for who? That's what I need to know. Love for both of them. Love for the man. Love for the woman. Charity for who? Break that down. Let's go.
It's a lot going on. Like, people are not really dating. Everybody's lonely.
And it's not even like
Actually,
taking
women are
advantage of the older guys, because the older guys know what game this is.
They love being alone.
It's because women actually have community with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And men don't share those same types of friendships. So that's why women aren't
or less lonely.
Yeah.
Wait, women are known to not even be able to remain friends after
what
a
women are you
trip.
talking about?
Wait, what are they actually buying this shit? Women are lonely. Men who desire a woman and don't have one, they get lonely sometimes. Women who desire a man and don't have one, they get lonely sometimes. Are we about to have a conversation that's outside of the confines of human nature? Just because women on the internet talking about whether I do or don't have a man, I'm good. You think just because you say it, you think we believe that shit? I never believed that shit. I'm a grown man. I have testosterone and I'm stoic. When I'm not broadcasting, fam, I'm like this. On an amazing day, I'm right here. On a horrible day, I'm right here. You don't know how I feel. And I can admit to y'all, if I wanted a woman and couldn't have a woman, I'd get lonely sometimes. What is this whole thing where we got to get on the internet, act like we are superhuman or some shit? Let's bring being human beings back. Everybody worry about what the shit look like. I did a code language the other day, and a thug tear came down my eye. I meant that shit so much. It happened. What y'all want me to edit it out? I gotta be a real nigga. I know I could beat 95% of the population of men up. It's a small percentage of men who have trained in combat that'll give me some go. The rest of y'all untrained, you have nothing for me at all. And I don't even move through I don't move through my life like a tough guy. Everybody who trains in the art of pugilism, some form or fashion, they know what they'll do to the average pedestrian. You feel me? So none of us have to overcompensate or do this or do that. Like, you could be who you are, fam, and just express that, you know what, if I wanted this and I didn't have this in my life, I could see myself experiencing loneliness. But that's not cool to say. It don't sound good to say it out loud. It don't roll off the tongue well. The comments ain't gonna hit right. So we got to play it like, the females, they out here talking about, whether I end up with a man or not, I'm cool. I do good for myself. Like, money, you can't cuddle with the bag. You can't cuddle with the bag. You might hold your Birkin that night. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same as holding me. All this chocolate. It don't hit the same. It don't. So all that, you can't cuddle with your title at work. You can't cuddle with your title. You can't cuddle with your promotion. You understand? Like, what is this shit? It's crazy. Let's go.
I'm just saying, we see that we see right. Girls go on trips, come back not friends.
Women build community though.
But I was about to say,
she said,
I understand what you're saying.
I said build community.
You also mentioned friendship. You also mentioned friendship.
But I said women are not lonely because they build community.
And then
what?
You also mentioned
and then you mentioned the word friendship. So that's what you're trying to.
No, because friendships are a part of the community. I didn't say friendships are the community.
Does everybody here have lifelong friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's why my childhood best friend at her birthday in Houston the other week.
My sister we've been best friends since kindergarten. She came here last time. We about to go do her wedding.
Okay, never.
Like, I don't understand where this is coming from. Like, everybody I know has lifelong friends. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter the group, the demographic, the age, whatever. People are not dating like they used to. It's just it's different now. Everything is expensive. Everybody's trying to get over on each other. Men think that women are outside looking slutty. Women are thinking that, I'm not saying I'm just saying a lot of guys are complaining about how women are, liberal.
Wear less.
Shout out to Aura Lounge in New Jersey. It was recommended by my good friend Rome. And they have a strict dress code. And the dress code says anyone wearing too revealing clothes. What is it? Too much revealing clothes?
I'm glad you stuttered too. Yeah.
Wearing clothes that are revealing past their liking will not be allowed. You must be fully clothed to enter their lounge, which I think is beautiful.
It's also a Mediterranean spot too. So you have to point that out.
It's a beautiful thing.
They don't play with that.
Is that the drink place that you go to?
Nah, that's Portuguese. But no, I went over there and
I like that. I need to go to that spot next time I'm on the East Coast. I need to slide over there. I like that. You got to wear some clothes to come in here. I like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Give us some locations where we can find, get the men out here that's looking for a wife and they being intentional so they can stop running into these chicks that's trying to, find their way out of thottery and shit like that and find them a woman who been making good decisions. Give us some locations to tap in with them. Where are those spots at? Oh, the spot where you got to have clothes on? I'm going to start there. For looking. You feel me? Let me swing through there and see what all these fully dressed women who take their pictures facing the camera look like. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that, though. Let's go.
They were doing it.
They were doing it.
We're going to see, I believe we're going to see that be the new norm.
What? Not really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
Because the rest of the world is conservative and everybody's traveling.
All right, y'all. We're going to move on from this, though, because we've been on this joint 30 minutes. But, yeah, man, I think the question that we have from the from the reaction video was, why do women wait to their 30s and 40s to start listening to a man and stuff like that? And I think it's a lot of different reasons, but if you had to narrow it down, let's just narrow it down to 3 to close this topic out. I would just say it's bad advice from elders and influencers, whether that be, you know, aunts, moms, grandmas, whatever. Bad advice, media, societal influence, right? Agenda, propaganda, all of that. And then the third one would probably be lack of discipline, right? Hormones. We all have desires. We all have hormones and stuff like that. But we all got to exercise some restraint. And it's better to learn it sooner than later, especially when it comes to intimacy. But, you know, there's a lot of grown-ass adults that was oops babies. And there's a lot of grown-ass adults that's making oops babies every day. And so, you know, we got to have these conversations. So hopefully we can stop 1 or 2. But it is what it is. But that's it for the reaction video today. If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com. Or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the codes.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold.